At the time of this recording, I have manually uploaded more than 500 videos to YouTube and have more than 350 million views on the platform. If I could go back in time and help myself achieve success faster, here's exactly what I would say to myself. Lots of years ago, when I started building channels, I was like, okay, I want to do the highest quality that I can because I knew this was the chance to go so much more viral than you would do with mediocre videos. I knew the quality was the difference between 1 million views and 10 million views or 100 million views. But this meant I spent a lot more time on videos, and that meant that I couldn't upload so frequently. And the problem with that was that I didn't give a chance to my channel to grow because I wasn't uploading. And of course, if those videos were actually quality and actually good, then I could have grown. But when you are starting out, you just can't make quality videos. It just can't happen. You think you can, but you can't. And that meant that I was posting not so quality videos and they weren't getting a lot of views, and YouTube couldn't figure out my audience because I wasn't uploading frequently and it didn't work. And I remember I started another channel on the side because I was so fed up with not posting videos that I wanted to start another channel which is much more lower quality and much more consistent, just pushing out videos every day. And I remember that channel grew so much faster because it was just volume. Right? It was just consistency, and YouTube had a chance to find my audience. So when you are starting out, you should first get consistent. You should start posting videos and then get good. So if you start posting videos and you get the schedule down, then you can think about, okay, let's improve this 1%. Let's improve the next video 1%, the next one 1%, next one. And slowly your videos will become better and better. You will spend 5 minutes more on the video. You will spend 10 minutes more on the video. And this happened to me multiple times, by the way. When I had a lower quality channel but more consistent, it always outperformed the quality ones before I knew how to make videos. There was a new channel that I started and I did a deep research in a niche and see what other players are doing. I saw everybody is doing the same format. It was all the same length of videos, all the same format of videos. So I started doing that. And my channel slowly started to grow. I had some views, but nothing crazy. And I remember I told myself I will upload daily. So I did that. I uploaded consistently, but that meant a lot of work because these videos had to be edited. And one day I didn't have the time. I just had to go out. I couldn't create a video. So what I did, I just uploaded a low quality video. I was like, okay, let's upload this so different video than the usual and let's just post it. Let's just go. It won't grow my audience, but tomorrow I will come back and continue uploading daily. And I did that. It was so low quality. I was like, okay, just something goes out. And when I came back and looked at my YouTube analytics, it blew up. It was so different than everything else that it was unique. And this was a very important lesson because on YouTube, everybody wants the same. Everybody wants the click from the audience. And if you search up how to play the guitar, if you see the same type of videos, same 10-minute videos with the same thumbnails, almost the same title, and then something new comes along, something very unique thumbnail, very unique title, and maybe a 2-hour video where they teach you from zero to hero how to play the guitar, you will be like, okay, this is very interesting because these are all 10-minute videos, but there is a 2-hour video from this. So you want to click on it and check it out. So don't be afraid to go against the grain, and you don't always have to have like a proven winner video. You can have videos that are just test videos that try out the completely different thing that your niche is doing. I remember when I learned about YouTube and all of this stuff, and back then it was just Adsense and sponsorships, I was seeing the numbers that the finance niche generated. And obviously I wanted to become a finance YouTuber, and that meant I was going into a big market with some big players. And the problem with that is that if there are 5 big players in a niche, they are creating enough content where people don't have to watch you. They are like, okay, why should I watch you when I can watch the big players who are making quality content, have good systems going on, they are making interesting videos because they had the time to perfect it. Why should I watch you, a new guy, if you don't do anything differently? And I was actually talking about this with my friend who is now on MrBeast's ideation team, and he told me to go even more niche. So for example, you are not teaching working out, you are teaching working out with kettlebells. And that is a much smaller niche that you can be the king of. So you have to be a big fish in a small pond, and then you have to upgrade the pond. It's much easier to capture that audience who want to exercise with kettlebells, and then you can move on to working out in the gym, and then you can go on to the workout in general, and then you can go into the health in general. So first, become a big fish in your small pond, then become a big fish in your medium pond, and so on. So just always become the big fish first and then start to move out of that pond. Obviously, I have this fancy camera, but this right here is much more important than that. You could watch an iPhone video from me and you wouldn't care if my audio was nice. And this is a big thing that I always see, and big mistake that people always order that huge camera. They're like, okay, I'm going to become a YouTuber. They buy this expensive camera, but I don't see any microphones in there. And microphones are the most important part, because if you have a clear audio, the visuals doesn't matter. It's much better to watch a video which you can understand but can't see clearly than to watch a video which you can see clearly but don't understand. Just imagine this right now. If I was talking and the audio was crappy, would you still watch? So in this videography filmmaking industry, there is this saying, we will fix it in post. And that means that we will fix it in post-production, which means after the recording is done and after everything is done, we will fix that. We don't have to care about it right now. We will fix it later. And that is a terrible thing to do. And I learned this the hard way. The truth is that the more you do in pre-production, the less you have to do in post-production. For example, if I am talking to this camera right now and I don't have anything set up, I don't have a presentation, I'm just talking, then in the post-production, to make this video enjoyable, I have to put things above of this video to make it more engaging. But if I, for example, in the pre-production, make a presentation, and in the presentation it's nice images, I have some nice text, it's nice everything, then in post-production, I don't really have to edit that crazy because I have the presentation. And this is just an example. There are much more things that you can do in pre-production, but you just have to understand this. If you currently spend 5 hours in editing and then you switch it and you do the 5 hours of planning, then the editing will become so much easier. Everything will be so much smoother, not just for the editors, but for you when you are filming. So the more you do in pre-production, the less you have to do in post-production. So there was a client I was working with, and when I checked his channel, it was amazing. The videos were great, the value was there, but he was getting no views. So what was his mistake? Oftentimes, it all comes down to small tweaks. Small tweaks in the title, small tweaks in the thumbnail, small tweaks in the scripting part, and these small things can mean the difference between 10k views and 150k views. So you probably already have great videos, you just have to do small tweaks to actually start growing the channel much faster. With one of my clients, we had a great video. We knew the topic was interesting, we knew the video was awesome, the editing was very clean, and we were ready. We published the video and it tanked. It didn't work. And I was like, okay, what is going on? And then we were thinking, okay, this is a good video. We know this is a good video. And I know this is kind of rare, but there is this time where you know, okay, this is a fire one. So we knew this will perform, we just didn't know how. And this is the reason why we didn't get sad and was like, okay, let's create another one. We were thinking, okay, how can we change the thumbnail? How can we change the title where it works? And then the client actually came up with an insane title that I was like, okay, this is very unique and this sounds very awesome. And we switched out the title, and tomorrow we wake up, it became the best performing videos that we did in a while. So the game doesn't stop after uploading. You still check the analytics, you still check how it's going, and you can switch around the titles, you can switch around the thumbnails and see if that makes a difference. The next one is very simple one, but you just have to look at the thumbnails that you do in small sizes, because a lot of people make this mistake where they make a very awesome graphic design for their thumbnail, but thumbnails should be looked at differently. It's in small sizes and people usually see 100 other thumbnails with it at the same time, so you have to make sure that you are clear and simple on the message. If you look at the thumbnails from 100 meters away, would you still understand it? My friend was asking me about how to create better videos and how to make his channel work, and I had him, but there is this one thing that I said to him that is so true, but not a lot of people pay attention to it. People don't actually care about production quality if the information is good enough. And I usually tell this example. If there was a solution to cancer and you posted a video about this is the solution to cancer, would people care about the thumbnail? Would people care about the title? Would people not watch because there is no flashy editing? No, they would fucking watch the whole thing because the information is so valuable. If you had a video about how to make $1 million with 0 seconds legally and it's a 1 hour video, you bet every single man on planet Earth will watch that video, even if the thumbnail and the title is bad. So all in all, production quality is good. It helps your videos, it makes them perform better, but at the end of the day, information is king. And by information, I'm not only talking about you talking to the camera about one thing and that's the information that you give to the audience, but the actual topic of the video. What are you talking about? There is another common mistake that a lot of my clients did and a lot of people I see do, which is that they build different audiences. So they start doing daily vlogs, day in the life of this, day in the life of that, and people start watching this. And then they do a tutorial video, for example, about a software. And this is how to use this software, this is how to use that software. But a lot of people who watch the day in the life videos don't care about software tutorials. And a lot of people who watch software tutorials don't care about day in the life videos. So maybe his subscriber amount and maybe the views amount are climbing, but you're building two audiences. You are building people who only watch day in the life videos, and you're building people who only watch this type of videos. So that means that you have two audiences, and that's not good for you. For a small channel which is about efficiency and is about selling your own offers, you have to have one audience, people who want to learn from you in one way. Because imagine this, I watch a day in the life video and I'm like, oh, this is nice. I click on the channel and there are no other day in the life videos. Every other video is software tutorial, I won't care about it. But if I see a software tutorial that I like, I go on the channel and there are hundreds of other software tutorials, I will check them out. I will become a fan and I will actually maybe buy from the guy. Because if people like your videos, they like it for a reason. They want more of that. They will only come back to watch more of your videos if you are giving them the same that you gave when they started liking you. So all in all, if you get a viral hit, just do more of that. I remember I started working with a guy who was an awesome guy. He has some great stories, he has some great businesses, he has some great money, and he wanted to build a channel. And I asked him, okay, what is your goal? And he's like, building an audience. And I was like, okay, but why do you want to build an audience? I don't know. I just want to like have an audience. And I understand this point and I like it, but I don't like when people will get views. They do all of the work with the videos, but then don't funnel the people anywhere. And this doesn't mean that you always have to sell them something, but there is no point in creating a video if you don't funnel them into a newsletter, if you don't funnel them into a free group, if you don't funnel them into a product, because this is what will give you the ROI, the return on your investment, because you will see, okay, I created this video and this video gave me 1000 newsletter subscribers, or this video gave me 20 more people in my free group. And after a lot of time, if you build your audience, you have YouTube subscribers, you have email lists, you have free groups, and you want to sell something, it will be so much easier. So what I usually tell people is just collect email addresses. Give them something for it, but collect the email addresses. Even if you don't send them any more emails or anything, just collect them so you have your own audience in your hand. They can take away your channel, they can take away your free group on Facebook, but nobody can take away emails. So if you are just creating videos and don't have any ROI from your audience, start doing something. If you are watching this video and you have a business and you just want to sell it through YouTube, then this point doesn't mean anything for you, but a lot of people only rely on Adsense. They are creating videos and they only rely on Adsense to make money from it. And this happened to me as well. I was creating a channel which had good views and I was getting money, but there was one change in monetization and my channel was no longer eligible for money. I just went from having a good audience and having money to no money at all. And even worse, I had another channel which was pulling in money from Adsense and I was creating videos, but they stole it from me and I couldn't do anything about it. This is story for another day, but I haven't just lost money, I have lost my audience as well. If I had a product, if I had a newsletter, I could have DM'd them, I could have talked to them that, hey, they stole my channel, we are still going on this other channel. And that would make everything so much easier, but right now I just lost it, I couldn't do anything about it. Another common thing that YouTube creators rely on is sponsorships. It's nice, but you always have to think about it. Are you making somebody else richer? For example, one of my clients, and this is a true story, but I will use another subject so I don't expose him, was creating a course on, I don't know, learning how to play basketball, for example. And a company came and asked him to sponsor him. And he was like, okay, let's do it. I see the money, let's go. And in his own video, he told people that, hey, if you want to learn how to play basketball better, this is what I recommend. And him telling this to his audience meant that people go to that course and buy that course instead of his own. He had his own course, so why make somebody else richer when you can just plug your own course and make all of the money? And I'm not saying all sponsorships are bad, but you build this audience throughout the years and you want to give it to somebody else for some quick cash rather than actually building a product and building a real business out of it. Talking about own products, we had a client in a health niche who had his own product and we wanted to sell it. And we wanted to make a YouTube video to help selling it. And he averaged around 600 views and I was like, okay, let's steal somebody else's audience. And you can do this. You can steal somebody else's audience to sell them your own offer. And how you do this is you create a video about them. So we created a video about the guy in a particular way, of course. It's not just creating a video about them and that's it, but we created a good video about them, and their audience actually watched our video. Compared to the 600 views, we got 200,000 views, and in that video, we sold the guy's program. And that guy was like so happy because his video hit 200k views and got a lot of leads for his program, and those leads were like legally stolen from other people's audience. One of my students wanted to create a trending video because he saw another YouTuber create trending videos, and those trending videos were getting a ton of views, and he was like, okay, I want to make videos about trends too. And I told him, be careful, because if you think about it, if you build a channel where you talk about finance news every day, and if you have any breaking news come out, you always make a video like 4 hours after it, and you build an audience that way, that is your audience. And now, if you want to do anything else, they won't watch because they are here for your breaking news. And this may not be a problem actually, but just be careful with this. If you have an audience about trending topics, you always have to be on top of the news. You always have to be ready to record videos if something new comes out. And that is what a lot of people call hamster wheel, because you can do what you want. You just always have to react to what the market does or your niche does. A lot of people are scared to hire freelancers or hire video editors to do the editing for them. And this was a case some years ago. Now I feel like most of the creators are okay with giving it to the editors, but they expect them to do well for the first try. And this is a big mistake. I work with a lot of editors and I find editors for my clients, and we know that the first video won't be perfect. You need time to actually learn about the brand. You need time to actually know what we like and what we don't like. And what we do is we just give a heavy feedback on the first video and do it that way. And for us who want to build a YouTube channel for selling our own offers, a lot of people look at the wrong different things. They look at the views, they look at the CTR, average view duration, watch hours. There are a lot of analytics that you can look at, and people look at them. But this means that you don't look at what matters, the business analytics, the leads that you get, the sales that you get. Because maybe you have a video with 100,000 views, which gave you 10 customers, and maybe you have a 2,000 views video, which gave you 1,000 customers. And if you only look at YouTube analytics, you will see like, okay, 100,000 views, we should do more of that. But if you look at the business side, that means the second video was much better. And lastly, I had a client who came to me who was like, I want to scale my YouTube channel. And I looked at his channel and he was doing research, he was doing stuff like this. But when I take a look at his own channel, I saw he had a viral format. It was in front of his eyes, but he was looking at other people so much that he forgot to look at his own channel. Forgot to look at, okay, this video did well and nobody else does videos like this, so let's create more. Or maybe even you had a video which performed much better than everything else, but still you didn't create more of it. So what happened with him is he had like 3 videos that performed very well, and then he switched formats. He started doing different things for no reason, and when I came in, I was like, okay, let's do more of the 3 that worked. And when I did a new video in the same format as the old 3, it worked. It was a very big success. And if you want to see how I will blow up Dropbox's YouTube channel with one video and the full process behind it, check this video out here.